Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. And Shalom to all the sincere believers, which includes the scattered Israelites who are amongst these other nations and look like the other nations. Now, this lesson is going to be based on the flash flooding that has hit Oahu and all the rescue operations that have had to take place. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says hundreds of people have been rescued as severe flooding batters Hawaii's Oahu Island, prompting evacuation orders near a dam officials feared could overtop as water levels rose. The flooding is the largest event of its kind in the state in 20 years, Governor Josh Green said at a news conference Friday night. It comes as the second significant storm in a week inundates the state, meaning the ground was already saturated. There have so far been no reports of deaths or any unaccounted for, Green added. Crews have rescued 233 people from treacherous conditions, Honolulu Mayor Rick Blangiardi said at the news conference. Catastrophic flash flooding from the storm has destroyed homes and cut off towns in northern Oahu. The Waiawa Dam in Oahu's North Shore area may collapse or breach at any time, an alert from the Oahu Department of Emergency Management said Friday morning. Residents in the towns of Wa'alua and Haliwa were told to leave immediately due to potential life-threatening flooding, and a flash flood warning has been issued for the area until 8 p.m. local time. Said, do not stop to pack or prepare your home. Only take items ready to go, the alert said. Water levels at the dam began to fall later Friday, but evacuation orders remained in place as additional heavy rain was possible Friday night and could reverse that trend, the governor said. There are an estimated 4,000 to 5,000 people in the dam risk area, Oahu Department of Emergency Management spokesperson Molly Pierce told CNN Friday. There are just under 10,000 people in the larger area impacted by flooding in the North Shore. The North Shore has been under flash flood warnings since early Friday as heavy rain lashes the island. It's unclear how many homes have been destroyed in the area, according to Pierce. Says some of those rescued were plucked directly from rooftops, Hawaii Governor Josh Green told CNN affiliate Hawaii News Now. Said there was a group of 70 people who were surrounded by water up at a campsite up on the North Shore, Green said. I was told they are safe right now, but they were having difficulty getting out because there was so much water around them. The Hawaii National Guard has also been activated, Green said in a social media post Friday. Additional resources are continuing to deploy across Oahu. We are coordinating closely with state and county partners to support evacuations, open shelters, and keep our communities safe. U.S. Coast Guard boats and aircraft were also deployed Friday to the area of Halewa, where the agency implored residents to refrain from entering or driving through standing or fast-moving water. Emergency responders struggled to access the flooded area early Friday morning, with two main roadways into it. Kamehameha I guess, highway and the other road flooded. Emergency management spokesperson Pierce said all points into the area are currently flooded, both coming in from central Oahu and from the Kahuku North Shore side. All routes in are flooded right now. Said heavy bands of rain from a new Kona storm soaked Oahu overnight Thursday into Friday, dumping 2 to 3 months worth of rain in 24 hours. Rainfall totals have reached 6 to 12 inches on the northern half of the island. The ground is saturated from last weekend's major storm, so water is running off quickly and causing more serious flooding. More heavy rain is possible on Oahu and the rest of the islands through this weekend, and a flash flood watch is in effect until Sunday afternoon. Heavy rain and strong winds from last weekend's storm set off dangerous flooding, landslides, sinkholes, and knocked out power to thousands across the state. The storm dumped more than 15 inches of rain across all of Hawaii's islands, but Maui's higher elevations received the most, recording more than 2 feet. Maui also saw some of the worst impacts. Flooding destroyed at least one home and a condo building, according to Hawaii News Now. Emergency crews also conducted flood rescues in South Maui, and widespread road closures left some residents stranded, Hawaii News Now reported. Green issued several emergency proclamations due to the storm, and a disaster relief period is in effect through April 13th. So the Lord is pouring out his wrath via these storms. The scriptures told us about these perilous times. You got wars breaking out in certain parts of the world. You got these powerful, destructive storms happening in other parts of the world. We are definitely in the last days. 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And when you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. It also means dangerous, hazardous, unsafe. And clearly we're in those times. We're in some dangerous, hazardous, and unsafe times. The storms, the tempests, the fires, the earthquakes, volcanoes erupting. You got wars going on. There's just so many different things happening that's causing all sorts of chaos and destruction. Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And that's what the Lord is currently visiting Hawaii with and all of the islands. He's visiting them with powerful and destructive storms. And so far, nobody has gotten killed, but that can easily change. Isaiah 28:2. Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. And Hawaii and those islands are currently experiencing a destroying storm and crazy flooding and sinkholes and power outages. It's a lot of destruction and chaos going on out there. Psalms 9:16. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion Selah. Yeah, so those storms that are currently impacting those islands out there, that's the judgment of the Lord. All the flooding, the sinkholes, the power outages, all the destruction that's happening, all the evacuations that have to happen. All of that is the Lord's judgment, because these are his storms and tempests. Psalms 83 and 14. As the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. Verse 15. So persecute them with thy tempest, make them afraid with thy storm. And that's clearly what the Lord is doing. Sending these powerful, intense, destructive storms. And it's making people scared. It's making people afraid. You see, as I've said before, one way or another, the Lord is going to beat these people into submission. He's going to force them to acknowledge him. Because when it comes to storms and tempests and wildfires and earthquakes, people will call that Mother Nature. They won't give the Heavenly Father his credit. And that angers the Lord. You know, all the wickedness that these people do angers the Lord. That's why in Psalm 7 and 11, it says Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. Every day, these people anger the Lord and provoke him unto wrath. And that's why every day judgments take place. You know, shootings, stabbings, car crashes, fire, storms, tempests, earthquakes. You know, people getting wounded and killed every day. Because that's the judgment of the Lord. This is what happens when you provoke the Lord into wrath. He unleashes wrath upon you. And he's not going to stop. All of the things that are taking place throughout the world, all of the destruction and the chaos and the violence and the miseries, it's just going to intensify. Because we're in the last days. And according to Luke 21 and 22, we're in the days of vengeance. And all of these wicked people have to be punished for angering the Lord. They have to be punished for their wickedness. And that's why things are going to get worse. Those of us of the hopeful elect, you know, we got to stay prayed up. We got to continue to watch. We got to continue to be circumspect. You know, we got to continue to move as righteously as we can. And trust that the Lord is going to guide us and protect us in these increasingly dangerous times. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakudash, the Wadi Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are still fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. And shalom to all the sincere believers, which once again includes the Israelites who are scattered amongst these other nations and look like these other nations. I hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.